Hey Tim, good to see you.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm well. So I wanted to ask you about Etor. He's converting to outside linebacker, and Frank had mentioned a couple of weeks ago that it was going to be a tougher transition just because he's naturally a 4-3 end. I was just curious, what have you seen from his development over the last few weeks?
Uh, First of all, I want to say thanks for the welcome by everybody in Charlotte. It's been outstanding to be here. The way we've been treated, the way we've been taken care of so far, I'm really excited to be here. As far as with Etor, just a grinder, a worker. He'll do it exactly how you ask. Very pleased with where he is along in his transition. There's a process that he's still going through. We talk about going from point A to point Z. He's working along that progress really well.
And then another guy I wanted to ask you about is Marquise Haynes. He's kind of been a situational pass rusher throughout his career. What can he do in this system that can maybe lead to more snaps or production?
So Marquise comes in with a lot of innate tools and instincts that fit what we do, and he's another guy that we're working with because you think about the way he's been trained the last couple of years. He's got to make that adjustment too, and he's doing that very diligently himself. I'm really pleased with where he is in his development.
Thanks.
Let's go to you, Jeff, and then we'll go to David after that.
Greetings, Coach. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, good. Yourself?
Very good. Thank you.
I just wanted to get your impressions on the scheme switching to 3-4, how the adjustment is going, and also a couple things about Brian Burns, how you think he will flourish in this new alignment, and his leadership skills during the OTA.
Okay, so the scheme we're all still learning it. I'm still learning it because I wasn't with the Denver crew last year, but it's been really fun because I have a growth mindset, I have a learning mindset. So for me, it's been an exciting opportunity. It's been an exciting challenge, and I think the players see it the same way. There's so many nuances and little things that we can still get better at that will help us be the type of defense that we can possibly be down the line. But right now, we're still in the knowledge phase and learning and getting all the details and the minutia right. So it's really exciting to be a part of this scheme. As far as with Brian's been great. He's been a really good vocal leader. He's doing what he can do without getting the reps right now.
Hey, Coach, David Newton with ESPN.com. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, brother.
I wanted to ask you, you mentioned Burns yesterday on our calls. Or the other day, Frank Reich said he was a stud leader. He didn't realize what a stud leader he was. What's that mean to you, and some examples you've seen of that?
So what that means to me in regards to Brian is his level of care, his level of attention to detail. He's always somebody that's willing to share knowledge with his teammates. He's very astute. He pays attention to the finer details of everything that we do, and the thing that sets him apart is he's willing to share that knowledge. So he knows how when his teammates play well, he can play better too.
And I also want to ask you, just what influence have you gotten from Dom Capers during this process of going to the 3-4?
Oh man, when you say that, a big smile comes to my face. He's my guy. He's in the room with me. I lean on him heavy. It's unbelievable the knowledge that he has. But the biggest thing I get from Dom is he takes the time to explain the whys and the origins of why we're doing things. And when you get that from somebody with his experience and knowledge, it can take you to another level as a coach and when you're teaching it. So it fires me up every day to work with that guy. He's a heck of a human being, number one, but unbelievable coach and teacher.
What's your favorite Dom story he's told?
Oh man, he's got so many good ones. I mean, we're talking about stories all the way back to when he was in New Orleans with Ricky Jackson and those guys. When you're learning about stories and things that date that far back, you have no choice but to be a better teacher and better coach.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thanks, David. Joe, and then back to Mike. Okay.
Hey, Tim. Joe the Athletic here in Charlotte. Welcome. I hope it's been a smooth transition for you.
Absolutely. Nice to meet you, Joe.
Excellent, excellent. Wonder if there is a kind of prototype that you look for in your outside linebacker.
Oh, that's a good question, Joe. Um, I mean, above all, you always look for the best football player possible. You want the instincts, you want the natural traits that come with it. There's physical tools that say that certain players will be able to do the job more consistently on a higher level, but there's so many things that go into it. Yeah, you have an idea of your bottom floor of what type of athlete you want, the size. I think we'd be doing ourselves a disservice if we capped ourselves to a specific, measurements or words on paper. At the end of the day, are they a good player on film, and can they make plays or not? That's the first and foremost thing that we look for, and then we can, coach and teach everything else.
And as a follow-up, is there much in the way of coverage responsibilities for your guys? And what percentage would you say that would look like?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you exactly what percentage is the sweet spot, but the right percentage is whatever helps us win the game. And yeah, there's definitely an aspect where, as an element of surprise that we'll do different things, whether we're dropping or blitzing or whatnot. But at the end of the day, our bottom line is to win games, and that's what we're going to do.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Tim, I mentioned that defensive coordinator stint at BC kind of helped you grow as a coach and as a teacher. And with such a young room, how has that kind of helped you in this role?
Oh, it's been immeasurable. I'm able to lean back into experiences that I've had in the past, from that top-down view, and be able to catch mistakes before I can make them, or just be able to correct mistakes much quicker than I normally would have. Just understanding the holistic view as opposed to, just being all the way in it, and you can miss things that can cost you issues down the line. So it's been invaluable to have that experience. So it was a blessing to have that.
All right, Tim, thanks so much for your time. Unless you guys, Mike, you got one more. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You've got guys in like DJ Johnson and Jordan Thomas and some other guys who are kind of learning the position kind of at its root. I'm just curious, what are you seeing from those guys that are really just converting to this position in recent years?
First and foremost, talented guys, willing learners, hard workers, and they're ready to come to work every day and just get better one small step at a time, because once again, we're in our learning phase. The next phase is going to be, we're going to put that learning and add it with our with the execution part. So it's just baby steps right now, just plugging along on our process, because it'll help us in the long run.
Anybody else? Just make sure. You good? All right, awesome. Tim, thank you so much. Appreciate you taking time.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one.